Okay, folks, we have a. Yeah, don't distract. Uh, okay, folks, we have an interesting episode today because we're going to talk about directors that we really hate. And this is going to be like a super bitchy episode because this is like core our podcast, which is like well-detailed analysis, well-detailed bitchy analysis about films and filmmakers. So, net, this episode is going to be about like directors whose films we love, but personalities we absolutely detest. I mean that we can go hours and hours about this. I think the first will be a fan favorite. Uh, Sabka Bhagwan, Chris Nolan. I feel that's the first person on my list because yeah, great films. I love The Prestige. I love Dark Knight Rises. But I feel that the audience that Christopher Nolan has started to represent, which is that suddenly this engineer sitting in Vellore suddenly realized that he can talk about cinema because it's all because Nolan's films are only concerned with cause and effect.
Mm-hmm.
So उसके बाहर स्क्रिप्ट कभी जा नहीं सकता है, एडिटिंग कभी जा नहीं सकता है. And it has allowed this fandom to spring up for any release.
Mm,
If you see Twitter,
mm,
everyone is just breaking down Nolan ka filmography, Nolan ka brand, Nolan ka personality. It's become more about look how much I know about Nolan rather than look how much I can tell you about the film, right?
mm,
And even after you watch the film, it's like, look, bro, मैं तेरे को बताता हूँ टाइम स्पेस कंटिन्यूम क्या होता है. मैंने 4 साल इंजीनियरिंग किया है, मुझे मालूम है. ठीक है, लेट मी टेल यू in 5 threads about who this person is and how great this person is. And कैसे मैं पेस गया था 8 स्टैंडर्ड से एंड उसके
mm,
बाद कुछ सिनेमा देखा नहीं, फिर फाइनली एक कुछ समझा, तो उसके बारे में मैं मरते दम तक बात करूंगा. एंड दिस इज दैट annoying audience that I think Nolan knowingly or unknowingly is catering to as well, which is
mm.
that वो fanboys will wait कि oh fuck non-linear structure, oh
Oh
wow
my God.
genius choice. And after a while you can see through the brand bullshit. The same transaction that I see the film and I feel that oh I'm so smart for getting this, but I'm actually not. And the point of any movie should not be that oh you cracked it. It's not a puzzle. It should make you feel emotions, and that's where like I feel Nolan ka pura L ho jata hai.
Mm,
Because whenever he tries to distill any emotion down to anything, like he becomes the mansplainer,
mm,
and he doesn't understand the depth of it. For example, if I take the scene Interstellar में, there's this classic scene, okay, जहाँ पे वो क्या है वो, I don't know the scientific term of it, वो he breaks the time continuum and gets into this library where Murph is,
Oh
right,
yeah, yeah, fifth
on the other side.
dimension. It's the fifth dimension.
Dimension में चला, या तो ही वो उसमें चले जाता है एंड देन मैथ्यू मैकॉनहे for 10 minutes just explains the whole movie to you.
Mm,
Whereas, throughout the movie, this guy is telling you that, look, you're a smart person, you get it and everything. And
mm,
then suddenly the whole movie, Matthew McConaughey is like emotionally breaking down. But if you take the same scene with a filmmaker like Kubrick, okay,
mm,
he just broke it to you. He just said that, look, you're smart, right? Figure it out. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm just going to show you visuals. Like 2001 A Space Odyssey,
mm,
it's the same scene, which is that he goes into this dimension and then suddenly he becomes a part of like the future species in a way. And
mm,
that leads to like growth or whatever.
mm,
But it's not broken down to me in the same way.
mm,
And I feel that scene I bring up a lot when it comes to like, not hating, but like bitching about Nolan's fans is
mhm.
because you're not as smart as you think you are.
Yeah,
And
I think
you are not,
even if it's trying to make the audience crack a puzzle, it's still making them feel something. It's like a thrilling thriller,
hmm,
whatever.
yeah,
Chalega, but like
yeah,
his all his movies are the same. It's the same way. I
yeah,
think I liked agreed. I Prestige, Dark Knight Rises, great movies. I've not seen The
yeah,
Following. I wanted to watch The Following as well. I think it
hmm,
was his first movie, like absolute first. And
yeah.
मोमेंटो के पहले।
he made a short before that.
हम्म हम्म वो देखनी थी,
Yeah, but
बट
first feature.
या Memento, I understand he did the whole editing situation. Again, it's the editor's craft, but it's also, again, props to Nolan for wanting to say the
Yeah,
story that way. But dude,
yeah,
I think I don't know if it's his personality attracting these fanboys or what, but yeah, I think I detest the fanboys and the fandom more than him. But I guess it's
yeah,
one and the same, thoda catch 22 kind of a thing.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Even when I watched Oppenheimer, I was like, yeah, smart film, good film, but who is he? I got to know about his anxiety, but who's
Hmm.
his wife? Who's the other female character? He can't write female characters
Oh, he
ever. I
can't
think the
write.
best female character he wrote was Catwoman, and that was also written by someone else. So
Oh, he can't write female
wherever,
characters for shit. I don't know if he's
yeah,
even interested to do that. At this point, I just feel like he
I
has
don't think he
no,
is.
yeah, he just doesn't care.
He
But
just doesn't care. He's like, ये IITian लोग मेरा टिकट खरीदेगा 500 रुपए में, एंड फिर बाद में क्रेडिट्स आएगा तो ताली बजाएगा, तो मैं क्यों बनाऊं?
वही लाइक वो
यू नो
अभी तक प्लॉट
मुझे नहीं
डिवाइस
चाहिए
है।
सोफिया कॉलेज से लोग। आईआईटी बॉम्बे वाले ठीक है। एंड आई फील वो एक बहुत कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एफर्ट है, लाइक आई फील द what he's going for is actually more visible in Tenet, which is that this,
Hmm.
very, he takes a very basic spy plot and then he fucks it up, which is that he adds this time space thing. And I don't know, man. I don't want to think about time in every film of yours.
Hmm.
I know you're a smart person. I know that, you have a fan base that wants to think,
Hmm.
but you can think about other things also when you're talking about movies. It doesn't have to be only about the fact that you can cut a non-linear film very well. Quentin Tarantino has done that for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
Do you think it's ironic that all his consistent theme is like time and space, but like every story is kind of one-dimensional in a way? It's like the same perspective-ish. I don't know if he's tried to explore it from different angles. And I think the one, just going back to your point, uh, maybe the only like good female character, I don't know if he wrote it, but Jessica Chastain's character in Interstellar was still like, good-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think that was
beyond
because
that,
she
though.
was so good. Because like there are very few scenes in which she's there.
Hmm.
But I don't know. She didn't have too many lines also, but it was
Hmm.
just her presence and the way she looked into the camera. You feel so much, and
Hmm.
also where you are in the story at that point.
Hmm. And
So
it was
I
about
think
a
it's great that,
father-daughter relationship as well. So, yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I feel, but it is dimensional. Like what he's trying to say is the same thing,
Hmm.
but then it's cut in different ways, and you're like, okay,
Hmm.
you reach the same destination.
This
Yeah.
very major trope of wife who dies because she had cancer, that the wife, that trope, it, Nolan kind of likes it, but he does it in different ways, but it's basically the same thing.
He,
Pura plot
yeah,
device.
he does it tastefully. That's the only
Yeah.
difference. But you bring a very interesting point, is that when I look back at Nolan's filmography, I don't remember the characters, because the characters are only there to service the story in a way. They don't stand out individually.
Hmm.
It's like, why did this happen? Because this one is there. Why is
Hmm.
this one there? Because this one feels this way. So then it's like a big chessboard that he's made, and it doesn't like zoom out from that. It just boils down to trickery after a while, and nothing more.
How have you noticed him in interviews? I've not seen like a lot of his interviews, only a few of them, but like, what do you think of him during interviews?
Well, I just talked to an engineer. It's the same thing,
Mm.
but like, yeah, in interviews he does. So Nolan, the person, at least what he's projecting, there are some good things, right? He loves to shoot on film.
Mm.
There are huge restoration projects that he's involved in, and he's trying to, with Oppenheimer also, he's trying to bring this culture of watching a film with thoda izzat. You know,
Mm,
where he said that, look, bro, IMAX पे देखो, ठीक है, ये मेरा favorite seats है, this is the best place to watch it. So, you know, अगर जो ऑडियंस है उसका, वो लोग को चाहिए ना कि लॉजिकली मेरे को कॉज इफेक्ट बताओ कि क्यों
mm,
क्यों क्यों क्यों.
mm,
तो ही इज कम्युनिकेटिंग टू देम in the perfect way possible, that is there, but he's also bringing out that a culture of watching films in the theater.
mm,
Although I don't agree with Tenet, because with Tenet he decided to release it mid-pandemic, सीधा.
mm.
And he was like, आओ देखो, and picture समझेगा भी नहीं. वो तो बेस्ट लगा मेरे को. And
Bro, I do you want to do an Indian director? Chal, let's do it.
100%, there are too many
मजा आएगा.
whose movies we love, but personalities we hate. Abbas-Mustan. Abbas-Mustan is a great choice. I mean, I love the clothes they wear. I think that they did branding for the white company before anyone. But yeah, I love Race. Race
Dude,
has a better editing pattern than Interstellar. It's more entertaining. I remember Ranveer Singh very well.
yes,
You know,
yes.
Ranveer Singh is a great character.
Dude.
So,
I think they of course remade Race and from an international movie, some other movie. But yeah, when I watched it for the first time, I was like, bro, kya double crossing, triple crossing, quadruple crossing, pun intended because it's Race. It's like
brother is
crossing, bro.
sleeping with brother's wife. Bro,
But he's not. He's not. They are still together.
yeah,
And then there's Anil Kapoor, a fruit खा रहा है.
वो फ्रूट
So
खा रहा
wait,
है bro.
was he eating fruit in the first movie? I don't remember.
Yes, yes. That was his first shot is him eating an apple and saying, "Ab aayega maza." That's the interval point. And that is, there is some, I don't know, timing there. वो टाइमिंग बहुत बाप है उनका. दिस इज एडिटिंग डूड, ये सब क्या है, टाइम स्पेस मत सिखाओ मेरे को. अनिल जी को बुलाओ, एप्पल खिलाओ.
Dude, Bap movie race, but yeah, I think I've only
रेस
seen
टू ऑल्सो.
race two. I don't remember. It had Deepika,
रेस टू
no?
यू डोंट रिमेंबर?
It had
Yeah, Race
Deepika.
2 had Deepika, Jacqueline, Amnesia Patel. Everyone was there.
Amnesia, nahi Amisha.
And everyone forgot about her na, after the first one.
Special negative shout out to Vikrant Nasi because I think Karan was only saying this one day. Going from working with Kokana in his one of his first movies, brilliant movie, brilliant performance, to now right wing. Like the degradation is so real. Like this, talk about selling out,
Yeah,
right?
talk about selling out.
I'm sure he must be
I remember,
lovely in person. I don't know him. We don't know him,
yeah,
but
we
yeah,
don't live in Warsaw.
these are choices. Like these are real public, very public choices. And for you to, is he maybe being uh, blackmailed? कि like ये मूवी तेरा वीडियो
Yeah,
निकालेंगे कुछ
then
करेंगे.
we are really horrible people to say this, no?
I hope he's not getting blackmailed. I hope he's safe. We are the few nallas who look at shots and angles and editing and all of these things. People mostly watch
That
movies
also we
for
don't. We
but
do a thematic analysis, how
we
it made us feel.
yeah, which I think is the case for most people, right? They go watch a movie because like whatever you see
It made me feel
resonate.
patriarchal.
Yeah, like ये life जिया है, मैं ऐसा हूँ, तो you recognize or identify with something,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
resonation happens. Basically, that
Resolution is a
happens.
word? Okay.
The next contestant for me is Tarantino. What do you think about him?
I love Quentin Tarantino because because I was like, if I ever get to a stage where I'm being interviewed, I will also yap, yeah. I will also say everything that I've always wanted to say about cinema because he seems like someone who's dying to be interviewed, who's dying to talk about
Mm,
his film.
mm,
And I'm like, yeah, I would do the same thing. I don't care about being annoying. Someone is putting a camera there for me. Why not? Yeah.
Mm,
That's your problem now, not mine. So I'm going to yap. I'm going to talk about every film and break it down and compare it to the greatest films ever and, explore my movie bank and, funnel the film fandom how much ever I want.
mm,
And it's annoying after a while because I get that it's he reminds me of people who you meet at film festivals who just discovered what a good film is, and
mm,
they just want to come out with whatever, because all of their notions have been broken and they're like, oh
mm,
wow, with a
mm,
wide-eyed kid, and it's
mm,
it's nice if you're into it.
mm.
But yeah, it can get annoying. I see why you say that.
I agree. I think, yeah, when I saw initial interviews of Tarantino, I was like, yeah, Kafi he's a wide-eyed kid. He's very excited, very passionate, clearly
Hmm.
about something. And then he starts to ramble. Personally, I'm like, चुप कर जा, अभी तो चुप कर जा, हो गया, सुन लिया. Good. Yeah, I know. It's like, bro, chill, थोड़ा level. But ठीक है रे, at least he's happy. He's doing what he loves. But you know what?
Yeah.
I think who would be the winner of this whole episode?
Round table. This Swayamvar.
Directors, I personally am not a fan of as a human being, but can't help like their movies. I have a good time.
Yeah.
Peak
Yeah.
example, Karan Johar.
यार क्यों
नहीं,
यार आई
मेरे
लव
को
करण
नहीं.
जोहर आई लव
He
कॉफी
has
विद करण
okay, good parts about him. He is insightful. He is mature when he needs to be, and I think for his friends, I'm pretty sure he's quite thoughtful as well for his inner circle.
और इस
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of access to that guy's life in general, but
I've always wondered why.
I mean, I think most of it is coffee with Karan. Most of it is like blind items. There's a
Hmm.
lot of information about him. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, just he's been around for like so long as well, right? 30
You
years
think this
almost.
this guy takes the cake with like good movies, but L personality is what you're saying. L
L
media personality.
L personality नहीं है, but after a point I can't talk to him. Like I don't know what info he'll get out of me. I'm like, thoda I'll feel a
Oh,
little
that way.
unsafe that way.
Oh
Yeah, and
God.
he also talks a lot. Like round tables में बहुत like I think this one round table for like producers only. He was
Hmm.
talking about how like actors, are charging like a bomb these days. So like basically the budget of the movie is oftentimes equal to the fee of that one main actor. Again, see, very
Hmm.
insightful. He'll be honest and all of that. He kept on rambling and rambling and rambling. I'm like, shut up. Like, ठीक है, you are also part of the problem. इतना क्या
He's paying
complain
the
कर रहा
bills,
है?
no.
Yeah. But again, love his movies. My Name is Khan. What a beautiful movie. I think it's one of my favorite movies to come out of India. I
Yeah.
really liked it.
My name is Khana.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
My
was
name is
a
Khan was
really
a good one.
thoughtful movie. Very, very thoughtful movie
Uh,
it was.
yeah, yeah. My top Karan Johar film will be Kang. Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna was one movie I watched as a kid, and I'm like, yeah, dude, Shah Rukh should have cheated. That he could tackle a very, very, very tricky subject and present it to a very broad audience. Like
Yeah.
I went with my whole family to watch that film,
He
and
packaged it really well. I think he got the message across, but
yeah,
it was something for everyone. I think this is something we were talking
yeah,
about in our previous episode as well, right? When you have an
yeah,
idea to talk about, how do you make it on at scale? How do you get it to
palatable.
as many people as you can? Exactly.